毎度おおきに、いつもすいません、よーはしです。それでは、ウィッチャー2続きをプレイしていきたいと思います。前回、何でしたっけハーピーとかクリアして、クエスト進めてきて、で王族の血がちょっと進展して、で、前回ちょっと最後の方になんですけども、クエスト失敗っていう形で、どれだったかなあ、これか、震える心臓で、これって何なのかなってちょっと調べてたら、お墓で、遺体をなんかこう、検案してたところ、こう解剖してこうどうや死因がどうとかって言って調べてたクエスト、あれがまあ失敗っていう形になっちゃったみたいなんです。で、まあ、やり直したりしようかなとも思ったんですけど、まあ、今回そこまで重要じゃなさそうだったんで、このまま進めていきます。ご興味ある方はまたプレイしていただいたり言っていただいたらまた見せれるようにはしますが、とりあえず進めていきます。俺たちが王子を半殺しにするのを止める。
Geralt, it's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
Nobody to keep things peaceful.
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That'd be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me! What do you want? I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Or doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yorvath.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons! I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Sternes and Olcan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Squirtal keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off! We need to act quickly.
どうする気?
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Humans only care how their asses rise as their stations do.
They're playing into Henselt
Saskia's on the
If they
piece.
start each other's
Save your
throats, we'll have to
threats
face
from the
the
mist
entire
and
amount
commoners
of
and
kid
Why is he
nobles.
lingering about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel?
Those witches be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of pissing around.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets, throwing their weight about too much they are.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother put together.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack, afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing a skivvy to poison the wine is nothing to him.
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their healthy ones. What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't need no one backing us. We knows what to do.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be flogged. What should we then do with a man poisoning others?
Kill him.
A land without a ruler is a nightmare.
We have a ruler, the Virgin of Eden.
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage. But he must be one of us lads. That way he'll understand us.
And all people is gonna be equal. Our way.
And the non-humans?
We have enough dung on the fields. Let non-humans find a non-human land.
Away with them!
Farewell.
Give us this horsepower!
Rolling down, you surly dog!
And you see what the dish of hearts?
Sick as I see it every...
Why is he... He better say...
Yeah, once...
Farewell.
Guilt must be proven. Otherwise, it's vigilante justice.
間違えましたね。こっちか。
Who will the Witcher sign?
壁に耳。この辺か。
Say someone cast a spell.
この人。
There goes the piece, eh? What should I do?
I've been looking for you.
I don't know you.
You caused quite a commotion. Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
Tell me everything you know about the attempt on Saskia's life.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody said the Virgin is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Olcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was put in Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. They wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, "Just clear the servants from the kitchen." Nothing more. Reverend Olcan, only he could tell you how it was, beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
Nobody will believe me anyway.
Could be. Sorcerers had a plague of
時
those.
間がない。セシルバードン。こっちか。の助けを借りる。セシルバードン。時間がないってことなんで急ぎます。
Shut your trap if you don't know what's going
こ
on.
こは何回もうろうろしてるんでね。ここだな。え、出てったじゃん。そんなタイミングある？
They lie in wait for their lord and prince. Humans are an odd lot. I certainly hope Scalen can clean up this mess. What can I do for you, Witcher?
I need to know where Reverend Olcan used to live.
Simple. Let me show you on the map. It's about right here. See you, Governor.
オルカンの部屋を調べる。これはぐるっと回って向こうかな。これは下へ行った方がいいのか。
So, you thought it over? I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
I don't know.
What's to consider?
その辺か。
At your service.
オル
Greeting.
カンの部屋。この辺？そこか。ここか。
Strange aura.
お
Nothing interesting.
ちょっと待ってよ。今なんか取ったな。違う。ん？なんだこれ。え？え？
Always in a hurry.
So it's really haunted now.
It is. They should make it a mandatory pilgrimage for young clerics.
どういうこと？事態の進展を待つになっちゃったな。こんないらない。OK。事態の進展を待つのはいいんやけど。
What's this? Clad in hues of green, amid shrubs he's seen.
進展を待つって書いてあるけど矢印出てるな。どういうこと？
Don't try it.
They say someone cast a spell.
Who will the Witcher side? Serfs and lords will never be on the same side.
Humans only care how their asses rise as their stations
The
do.
block off the
They're
next
playing
man who
into
dares try
Henselt's
his luck.
hands. If they start at each other's throats, we'll have to
Give
face
us
the
this
entire
whole
amount of
power.
Tedwin alone.
Rolling dung, you
Mix water with
Say,
fire.
Witcher,
Why is he
come over
lingering
here.
about? Like the stench in a dwarven hovel.
Those witches be crazy.
He better search.
Yeah, once done with the
Farewell.
誰に
Saskia
か
could.
And you see what they did to her?
ヨルベスかな。
Greetings, Gwynblade.
Anything changed?
Not really. The peasants keep hollering. The noblemen stubbornly guard their chieftain.
It's good to see someone's taking.
Greetings, Gwyn.
Have you ever been to the Valley of Flowers?
Dulblath Thanner is. It's another. It's been 5 years. A dozen.
I'd love to see you tell.
どうしたらいいんやろ。
Give us this whole flower.
rolling dung, you
I'd
son.
gladly hear your opinion on the situation.
Finally, someone reasonable. It's obvious Henselt bribed some serf who then did what he was told.
That's interesting.
Just think it through. The prince couldn't have done it. The wine was in play. Then that same commoner incited his folk.
Something to think about.
Enough of this charade! Try to be reasonable, folks! Sit down and talk in peace!
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why! The mongrel covets the crown!
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her, he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the Virgin sips it.
A good point. We can't be sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stannis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanting to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his savior.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stannis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead the prince can, curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they wanted, nobody but Stannis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stannis' leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stannis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olcan got what he deserved when Hensel cleaved his head. Now it's Stannis' time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence. You can't convict anyone based on that.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world. And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Edern? Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Edern, can judge me. Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you? I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign!
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. We can't deny him that. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. They'll hang him from the nearest tree or tear him limb from limb. What will happen if we allow a lynching? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge their wrongs, real and imagined? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperated mob? And where will it lead?
うまいこと言ったのか。おお、連れて行かれた。
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains consciousness.
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure, and royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven dungeon at the moment.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away would be easier.
No. Anything involving Stennis will cause a riot.
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt's army with this rabble, which is why I'm going to get reinforcements.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to summon them.
You'll make it in time?
I must.
Hmm. これでクエストが進んだね。どうしよっかな。とりあえず王子は容疑者として連れて行かれましたという話やね。もう容疑者として連れて行かれたけど血はもらってこいよっていう話やね。サスキア復活のために。どうしようかな。でもその前にクエストとしては終わってしまったけど、言ってた吸血鬼かな、最初に言ってた、死体解剖してなんていうんかな、解剖して
I got a serious career proposal yesterday.
死因を調べて戦おう、はい、その死因の原因を突き止める、倒そうとしてたクエスト、震える心臓かをちょっとやれるとこまでやってしまいたいなっていう思いもあるんですよね。手術道具買ったし、クエストとしてでも進まんか。もういいか。そうしたらどうしようかな。フィリパ・エルハートと喋るか。ごめんなさいね、優柔不断で。めちゃくちゃ優柔不断。こっちから行ける。いけそう。そしたらフィリパにとりあえず喋りに行きますね。今回会話パートばっかりや。戦闘なしやな。どこだこれ。これぐるっと回っただけ？超無駄。そんな場所あんの？よいしょ。こっち行って。
Oh, the eminent
hugged a bear or what?
ここじゃない。ここじゃない。
So, you thought it over?
こっちか。
I'm on my way to the recruiting station.
これまた会話パートかな。なんか始まった。
I tried locating Triss, but the mist disrupts the megascope. There's a weak signal nearby, probably on the other side.
In the Kedweni camp?
You'll have to pass through the mist.
The mist is full of wraiths.
I'll help you. I'm continuously scanning the battlefield. I'll show you the way through. I'll find you when you enter the mist.
Farewell, then.
We still need royal blood.
I know. Henselt.
We need his blood, not his death.
How many times do I have to tell you I'm not a Kingslayer?
Toりあえず血がいるんかな。じゃあな、これか。これは時代の進展を待つ。ヘンセルトの血を手に入れる。これでもクエストとして出てないな。まあいっか。次回はそしたらクエストとしてはこれに行くのかな。 これ無理やな。これか。邪悪な霧の向こう側へ行けっていう風になってるんで、次回はこれを進めていきたいかなと思います。はい。ご視聴ありがとうございました。チャンネル登録、高評価いただけると嬉しいです。それでは次回のウィッチャー2でお会いしましょう。それではまた。